Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss. And today's bike vlog, I want to talk about, if you saw the short, I want to talk about a hungry mind. Now, that doesn't mean like you're hungry for knowledge, but what I'm referring to is, I hope you're hungry for knowledge. I hope everyone's hungry for knowledge. But what I'm referring to is when your brain is kind of telling yourself that you're hungry or you want to eat a snack or something, and your body really isn't hungry. This can happen a lot, especially you'll eat your meal, you have your portions out, it's all done, you've eaten your meal, you're still hungry. One of the key things that I think really helps me for especially after a meal is to drink a full 12 to 16 ounce bottle of water. Sounds crazy, I'm sipping water the entire time I eat. Get done eating, fucking chug that shit. You always want to give yourself a good 20 minutes after you're done eating to really let your body digest the food and process the food and understand, oh shit, I am satiated, I'm full, I don't need to eat anymore, So giving yourself that proper time, because that's really comes down to your mind. You're eating your food, especially, I'm always bringing it back because I was morbidly obese. So if you're really big and you have this just inherent love for the food like I did, your brain's gonna fucking tell you, hey man, get some more of that. So you want to give yourself time. I say drink the water, give yourself time. Now you're chilling, you're doing whatever, you get that same sensation, you get that hungry feeling. Well, are you actually hungry? It's not your window right now. Like I said, maybe it's a time you've snacked before in your weight loss journey, so you kind of associate that time with food. Go back to the water. I know it sounds crazy, but the water really can help get that shit off your mind. But two, I feel like you gotta have some kind of hobby. When you're at work, drink the water, go back to work, you're gonna get over it. And when you're at work, I hear a lot about, oh, I can't have a good work lunch because there's no options, blah, blah. No. You need to pack your lunch. Pack your lunch every fucking day and just stick to it. Hey, and remember, maybe one day, maybe you pack your lunch Monday through Friday. And Thursday, or let's use Tuesday. You pack your lunch Monday through Friday. Tuesday, right? Taco Tuesday, everybody wants to go out for tacos. That's fine. What do I tell you? Go out for the tacos. It's okay. Track the calories. Don't go overboard with it. You can have your lunch later. It's okay to have social interactions. It's okay to go and eat out with friends. I see all these diets where oh, don't eat in large groups. You can eat in large groups. Just control yourself. Control what you're consuming. Just because Larry is fucking downing a double cheeseburger doesn't mean you have to. Just because you're out eating with someone doesn't mean you have to eat like them or the same things they're eating. But when you're at home, when you're relaxing, even when you're chilling with friends, you might get that hangry feeling. One alternative besides the water is gum, obviously. Gum gives you that chewing feeling. Personally, for me, I always felt like the gum was oh, I'm more hungry. I want to swallow the gum. So I'm not a big fan of the gum method. But I play a lot of games. So I get lost in the sauce, baby. It's my hobby. I might get hungry, but I'm playing the game, drink some water, you're good. So really having just a different kind of distraction, whether it be like a game or a book or an activity. One thing that I'll do sometimes is oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go do some push-ups or something. I know it sounds counterproductive, but it's that fact that you weren't hungry and it's your brain kind of telling you. Now, what I do recommend is that, hey, you get your mind off of it, you do the push-ups, whatever, you're still kind of hungry. 20 minutes past, 30 minutes past, you got the fucking hungry pains. That's when you go to the snacking I'm always talking about. Nuts, fruits, fucking jerkies. I try and say, hey, if you're gonna, in that instance, I would go for some kind of high protein nuts, maybe almonds, walnuts. Those are pretty good. You just gotta be careful which ones you're buying. Not all nut packagings are just natural. Some of them are pumped with fucking crazy amounts of sugar and salt. So you really want to be mindful of which one you're getting. You know, I have some trail mix, so I got a little bit of sugar in it, but it's mostly, for the most part, very natural. A lot of natural sugar, you know. I mean, that can be too much for you. So you really got to be careful in that regard. But it's just, it comes down to understanding. And you'll get to that level. The more you do it, the more you realize, oh, I don't think I'm hungry. And you implement something to supplement that. Whether it be a hobby, video games, going for a walk, any kind of distraction you put forth, if you're really not hungry, your mind will get over that. You'll stop thinking about wanting to eat something. And you know, it sounds silly, sounds like a fucking pseudoscience, but it's something that I've just been implementing now for the last year and a half, where I know, like, oh shit, well, actually a year and a half. It's literally gonna be 2 years in July since I started my weight loss journey. I can't wait. It's gonna be cool. But understanding, once you get there, you're gonna understand, like, oh, you know, I'm not hungry. And it's gonna be the hardest in the beginning, when you're used to just eating the food. When you're used to just, I'm hungry, go get the snack. You know, I was always like that too. The little inclination. And it was something that I never really acknowledged to that point, to where I would eat 500-600 calories. I wouldn't even acknowledge the amount of calories I was eating for a snack. So just in that self, if you understand what you're doing, even if you go and you have to have some nuts, some fruits, whatever, you know, because you're trying to achieve your goals, you know, hey, can't go overboard with that. So it really comes down to learning. It's this whole aspect of your weight loss journey is you learning about your body, learning about what kind of nutrients your body needs, how much pain and resistance your body can take, and the understanding of, hey, I don't always need to feed myself when I think I'm hungry. You know, once you start your weight loss journey, you're doing exercise all the time, you're working out, the food becomes fuel. And once your body gets used to eating for fuel, it's going to be easier over time to get into that schedule, to only want to eat during those windows, to know, hey, I'm a little hungry, but maybe I'm not, and to drink the water or to eat the apple and acknowledge, oh, I know I'm good. You know, there's so many times where I'll feel peckish. You know, when you're in a calorie deficit, you can get annoyed easily. Your stomach can be hungry a lot. You can get lightheaded. And all those three things will happen sometimes at once. And it's like, oh shit, do I need to go get a snack? And I shit you not, I will drink 12 ounces of water. Or 60, I don't know how many is in the bottle. Like a regular bottle like this, I'll fucking just chug it, the whole thing. I'll go back to gaming. Within a few minutes, I feel fine. I feel good. And sometimes, you know, when you're working out a lot, sometimes all you need is that water. But your mind and brain, it sends you the signal. So you're in a calorie deficit. Now I want food. No, you might have just been thirsty. And even when you weren't in a calorie deficit and you got those pains, you might have just been thirsty. So it's really coming down to figuring out your body, understanding your mind, and knowing, am I really hungry? Because the hunger aspect is, does my body need fuel? Do I need to fuel my body now? So, I hope you understand what I'm getting at with this, and just kind of figuring out, hey, maybe I don't need to eat when I'm hungry, because I'm not actually hungry at that time. Hope you start your weight loss journey today. Stay positive, guys.